Hey YouTubers, it's Demon0991 here again. Well, get ready for 4 years of Trump. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I am pleased to announce that I am now currently playing at Five Nights at Freddy's historic location, and it's gonna be a while until I officially have all the information I need. But it, I realize this is kind of past Halloween, but as I've explained in my last video, I've kind of been busy. Been busy over the last month and still kind of am. So this post is going to be a reprise of the top 15 in non-Disney villain songs. And what can I say about certain forms of media, such as musical, OTV, movies, even computer games, even video games. And the best part, picking those, always seems to be the villain. Yes, although we are supposed to root for the hero, there are times where villains happen to be the main focus. Like the Magic Mirror once put it, it without a villain, the hero would have nothing to fight against. No monster, no bad guys to go up against. Unfortunately, I will not be playing audio clips for this one. If you want, look for these on your own. I can recommend it. And keep in mind, there's going to be a couple of entries on this list that I might have to do a little explanation on. And for those who have no idea what I'm talking about. So, without further ado, let's get on with the list. At number 15 is I'm Ginormous from Tom and Jerry's Giant Adventure. Yes, another Tom and Jerry straight to home theater or movie. Because the Tom and Jerry movie will be aced so perfectly. Oh well, at least this one kind of brought back a lot of old Texas the cartoons like Slappy Squirrel, Droopy, the Dog, like the Bulldog. I don't know a whole lot of them. Oh yeah, also Red Hot Riding Hood. The main villain of this movie is a giant called Mr. G or Ginormous. And when he basically stomps into the kingdom of Old King Cole, played by Goofy, go figure. He's there to collect the usual whole payment. And as the townspeople kind of into making apparent, they have nothing else to give the giant other than, well, pumpkins. So, so our villain basically sings a song on how evil he really is. And there is a point in the whole thing and where I ask the question and the integrity for the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. How exactly did Jack beat the giant? Or then chop down the beanstalk? But I find this one kind of interesting. If you want, look for this song on YouTube. So feel free. I will put each entry in the description down below for the creators to look for themselves. Number 14, the Greedies song from Raggedy Ann and Andy's Musical Adventure. An animated musical movie based around two of the most famous rag dolls. One of them being a source for a certain horror movie legend. But I digress. Raggedy Ann and Andy's Musical Adventure is basically the rescue movie where Raggedy Ann and her brother, or Andy, have to go out after a band of pirates who have taken a French doll. And must bring her back before their owner finds out. Like Toy Story. Maybe 2 went away. Sure. On their adventure, they come across a blue little camel toy with wooden legs. And a king who's basically a balloon and only inflates when he laughs. And one particular villain that is pretty much took over most of the movie, called the Greedy, an amorphous blob of Taffy that basically is eternally cursed to consume whatever is in his pit, never feeling satisfied, and unless he finds a sweetheart. And by sweetheart, I mean a literal candy heart, which Raggedy Ann seems to have inside her. Annoyingly blurring this out, the Greedy decides to try and cut out her heart with a pair of scissors. Not before singing Lament song on how he's so miserable. Without a sweetheart. And it's also kind of weird seeing that as the Greedy shapeshifts throughout the entire song as he's constantly consuming stuff. On to number 13, which is most of the Gnome songs, as well as Townsville's Going Downsville, from the Powerpuff Girls episode See Me, Feel Me, Gnomey. Yes, I'm putting a band episode of the Powerpuff Girls on this list. For 2 reasons. One, it's musical, so I have to do it. And 2, the voice actor who does the gnome in the whole episode, Des Harnell, who is famous for doing voices like Wacko Warner from the Animaniacs, I think it's Yakko, but that's Paulson. Then Captain Hero on Drawn Together, or if you've seen all the Comic-Con and what his actor readings, and you'll know what kind of voices he's capable of. I find him personally funny. But in See Me, Feel Me, Gnomey, he sounds almost exactly like Jack Black. In a way, which I find personally entertaining. Anyway, on to the song. I'm sorry. Ready? Townsville Going Downsville is immediately the first song on as soon as the opening title shows up. And it's basically the villain that's destroying Townsville. Oh, in order? Mojo Jojo, him, the Gangrene Gang, Fuzzy Lumpkin, the Amoeba Boys, Princess Morbucks, uh, Princess Morbucks, and I think that's it. It would who pretty much kind of succeed in destroying the town before, or the Powerpuff Girls defeat them. Um, Getting tired of having to deal with all these villains, and they decide to make a wish that no evil should remain in the world. And their wish is coincidentally heard by a gnome, who says he'll grant their wish if they give up their powers, basically making them normal. And he begins to sing a chant. I cannot remember for the life of me how it goes. Oh, but it's like one of the best songs I've ever heard in a TV series. Is coming from the villain. On to number 12, which is Ruber's song from Quest for Camelot. After Ruber's Griffin loses Excalibur in the Enchanted Forest, Ruber has a plan B. And that's basically transform his men into living war machines and laying siege on Camelot. But not without taking in some hostages. That's him to make sure he gets into the castle undetected. And throughout the song, you can tell he's somewhat losing his mind, or is still nuts. As he explains that he bought a potion from a coven of witches that basically merges whatever he throws into the concoction into a half organic, half weapon and monstrosity. And he demonstrates this by throwing a chicken with either an axe or a hatchet, creating blade feet. But it's interesting, in the movie, he basically it throws his men into the concoction along with various weapons such as crossbows, mace, sword, whatever. But I especially like the chorus in the background. To make it darker and more intense. Continue on with number 11, which is Jester's Lament from Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. Sorry, I've noticed now there's 4 different Wizard of Oz movies. I'm trying to piece together how exactly the timeline works now. Let's see, there's Oz the Great and Powerful, Wizard of Oz, and then it's kind of in the fork in the road between Return to Oz and the Legends of Oz. Legends of Oz is probably a sequel to The Wizard of Oz, and definitely feels like this one. I saw it when it was in theaters. I thought it was pretty good, and the voice acting was pretty amazing because we got Dan Aykroyd, Kelsey Grammer, Martin Short, as well as a few guest voices. Is Richard Horvitz and Tom Kenny. If you've seen the movie, you can pretty much point them out. But anyway, Jester's Lament is one of two songs that the movie is main villain. Sorry, doing something with my fingers. But anyway, the movie's main villain, named the Jester, voiced by Martin Short, it basically tells a story in how throughout his life he always wanted to be a powerful sorcerer, but his sister, or one of the wicked witches, as was so mean to him, she cursed herself to forever wear his jester her costume. And no matter how many times he tried to get rid of it, a new one will always appear. Now, in the song, the jester or Lament, and kind of sounds like it's on a 50 calliope tempo. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite roles Martin Short's done. And since, admittedly, the Pebble and the Penguin. And, number 10 is a tie between, actually, two films, both from the same company. When the Goose is hanging high and money, 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 from Little Drummer Boy a duology. The first one, and sung by Ben Harriman, is he basically states that if the weather is just right, he doesn't work as early as he should. But if the weather is in his favor, he struggles in his work. In the song Money, 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 it's basically the Roman and Centurion and singing how, so in the past, people used to trade for things that they required. Now, they spend money. Which is somewhat true. Although there are some parts of the world, I think, that still do the whole barter system. Number 9. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because it's actually one of two entries on the list that I still want to do a little explanation on for details. It's the song segment from the episode Terrible Tudors from Horrible Histories. Now, for anyone who's not really familiar with Horrible Histories, it was basically a TV show in the, I think it's either 80s or 90s, that basically taught kids about world history. And in the episode Terrible Tudors, well, it had to deal with the Tudor bloodline. In other words, King Henry VII down to Queen Elizabeth. So, and the songs are very much as follows. Henry VII's song, Henry VIII's song, Queen Mary song, because we're Tudors, and they think that's about it. Although I wouldn't really count King Henry VII as a villain in historical sense, King Henry VIII sort of was as of a life, as well as his first daughter, Queen Mary, or as she was known as White K. Mary. And each song basically is a self-description of each historical figure and what exactly they did. But one of my favorite of the songs is basically the song unsung by King Henry VIII, which was basically entitled of before she had died, before she had survived. It was basically explaining King Henry VIII's six marriages. Anyway, on to number 8, which is the Boxtrolls song from, well, Boxtrolls. I found this song to be kind of entertaining, and although there are so many questions as I have for the writers, especially for the original author of the book, but this song I do count as a villain song because, well, it's sung by the movie's main villain, Archibald Thatcher, dressed in drag. And this is basically sings a song about how Boxtrolls are evil little monsters that will kidnap your children and drag them down to their lair underground for consumption. Now, during the credits, I found out something really interesting. This song is actually written by Eric Idle. Well, when I first found out, I thought, you know what? That's kind of interesting. In a way, Eric Idle has written a song for Monty Python in the past. This one's probably up there. Or, well, some of the greatest Monty Python songs. On to number 7, which is How Bad Can It Be from the 2012 version of the Lorax. A song sung by the Onceworth. And it's basically the watching or asking the question, how bad can I possibly be for doing what I'm doing? Which is basically cutting down an entire forest of succulent trees and then making meat. And I don't know about a lot of you now, but when I hear this song now, there's only 2 words that come to mind. And we all know what those 2 words are. I'm gonna wait for the next 4 years to see how things go. Oh, number 6. Now, I have to admit, this second tied entry, I have some mixed feelings about. From the MLP fanbase, it's The Moon Rises and Rainbow Factory. Yes. I put 2 MLP songs in this list. Not official ones in series, but fan-made ones. The Moon Rises is pretty much Element and from Princess Luna transforming slowly into Nightmare Moon. Rainbow Factory Well, if you've read the creepypasta fan section, you basically know how this story goes. If not, look for it yourself. That'll be a little later. What's I find kind of interesting in this perspective, the moon rises, kind of like a lullaby in a way. Rainbow Factory, dark and foreboding, and for good reason. Number 5. From Leo the Lion, I'm Maximus Elephante. Now, I will admit I have not seen this one, but I have seen the music video. Oh, and I can definitely see why some film critics find this to be a complete rip-off of The Lion King, as well as poorly dubbed. But for the most part, I can see that the villain is basically an elephant, and that wants to get rid of the title character, and he sings this little song to himself, strangely enough in the same style as he prepared, even ripping off that little scene in where he then a podium while the marching parade of elephants and below him. Again, if you want to see this fun, I'll put at the title whole of the song on the description. Now on to number 4. Now for this one, please keep in mind this was before all the other Five Nights at Freddy's games came out, and we got more insight on the animatronics themselves. At number 4, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's song from the Living Tombstones. Pretty much my favorite song that they've done. Ever since I found it on YouTube, so it's been one of my favorites. I have heard the one for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I kind of thought that was pretty good. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 song Dying of Fire. That can count as a villain song by the purple guy. 8, or should I say Egg Benedict. From Sister Location. I think that's about it for this one. Anyway, when I first heard the song, I kept picturing in my head, how good would this look if animatronics actually singing it? I have seen various versions of this song on YouTube as well, and that pretty much answers my question. Now for number 3, which is Toxic Love from Fern Gully. Sung and performed by Kim Curry. This song is basically an environmental villain song in general. Oh, well, as the movie's main villain, Texas, which I guess is a malevolent spirit that, that represents and poison and corruption. And in the prologue in the film, it said that the fairy is a Fern Gully had to steal him away in a tree. But as soon as he was released by the deforestation machine, and he seeped out as a pile of blood and started feeding off the exhaust. And for some reason, he turned into a black skeleton And after being electrocuted, he turned into a billowing cloud of black smog as the song played. And as the song continues, it revealed that Hex is actually a light, as all things humans are doing in terms of pollution and deforestation, causing mass destruction. And I have to admit, I have heard the female cover of this song as well. Honestly, I have very mixed feelings about some covers of other songs. Like, I love the female cover of Hellfire and Friend Like Me, but Toxic Love is one of those songs I can't listen to without having a little smirk on my face. And for good reason. Oh, and by the way, I have seen the new Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, although I am a little disappointed that Tim Curry is not reprising his role, I am glad to see the Shia Duff narrate and host the premiere. Number 2, In the Dark of the Night from Anastasia. Now, with terrible Tudors, the story of Anastasia is one of Europe's biggest mysteries. It involves basically two figures. There's also historical evidence. The Princess Anastasia, and of course the mad monk mystic Rasputin. Speaking and voice provided by Christopher Lloyd, and for the song, Jim Cummings. In the Dark of the Night is basically King Rasputin saying how he's finally gonna get revenge on the Romanov Empire, for basically betraying him. Although I'm not quite sure how. And hearing the song by itself, oh, as Dewey Dunmore and the Nostalgia Crit as a put, it sounds like something from a Meatloaf album. You picture demons and devil what's coming out of the ground, and all this stuff, but when you see the actual footage, you kind of wonder where on earth did all this come from. But I have also heard a female cover of this one, and like with Hellfire, I like it. Now, before we go on to number 1, there is a big honorable mention I need to do. And that is most of the epic rap battles of history. If you don't know what I mean, let me explain. All 3 Hitler versus Darth Vader segments, like Al Capone versus Blackbeard, Hannibal Lecter versus Jester the Ripper, Rasputin versus Stalin, and Ivan the Terrible versus Alexander the Great. It's just the Ivan the Terrible and maybe Catherine the Great segments. And some trying to remember where else. I know there's a ton of them. Oh. For those who are against Donald Trump, Trump versus Clinton, sorry. I can't think of any other one, but I know there's a ton of them. Maybe that was it. I realize in the past I've said I was going to do a list on my top favorite epic rap battles of history, but there were some complications just with YouTube, and well, I want to attempt to do this again since there's a fifth season half over. I'm not going to take the chance. And just describing each rap battle is not going to do it justice. I think I'm going to be off doing a reaction to each of them. Now, on to number one. And when I first did this reprisal, my number one was When You're Evil from Voltaire, but I've done a little investigation. Although that song pretty much sums up all villainy, there's a couple of episodes of a certain show that find pretty much hit the nail on the head, and even more. They are the Joker's song from Batman the Brave and the Bold, as well as the songs from the Music Meister per episode. Now, in the episode Emperor Joker, after Batmite attempts to help Batman and ends up hitting the Joker with his magic, the Joker basically saying how the world should be the way he wants it. Now, you can't fight it, might as well smile. In the meantime. Now, I love the fact that this version of the Joker is voiced by Jeff Bennett. And I like the series. Now, as for the Music Meister, he's voiced by Neil Patrick Harris, who is also voiced Dr. Blowhole in Penguin and Madagascar TV series. And pretty soon on Netflix, will be portraying Count Olaf in the new series of Unfortunate Events. And saw that on Netflix. Okay, all that good stuff happening to be on Netflix now. And all the songs that the Music Meister sings and are really good, mostly because of the villain himself. Well, during his first song appearance, he basically tells on how he can use his voice for villainy. Basically, by singing, he can put anybody, pretty much everyone, under his control. Everyone except for Batman, of course. The second song, God Does Bats, it basically gave the Music Meister ranting and how, oh, why is it that Batman always the biggest problem for the villains of Gotham? Death Trap is basically a prideful song and how the Music Meister is very specific. Death Trap might end up having fun Batman and Black Mary. And the final song, The World Is Mine, and he's pretty much taking over the entire world. Goes until Batman manages to get Black Canary and he's singing higher than him, breaking the Music Meister's control. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the top 15 non-Disney villain song reprisal, the upload of edition. I will continue to try to continue playing Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location, so I can do a more thorough review. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of some last duology reviews. Until then, one thing. And see you all next time.